Alright, cleaning done. A little while anyway. Okay, where's the group at? Okay, now we go ahead and get the oil pump in here. It's time to go through here a little bit.
Taco sounds really good right now.
Alright. Oop, what did I forget?
I don't know. Forgot to line the hole up. Oh.
Piece of crap in there you can leave out.
Hmm.
I don't use those on my bikes.
Why not?
If I got that much dirty debris in my motor, it's going to destroy it anyway. Who cares?
That's true. Those holes in that screen aren't that small.
Going to the side. On my way. So that's the junk you're talking about right there.
It was.
Still there.
I didn't want to touch it. I wish I'd never even seen it.
You think I'd notice it?
I don't know. Thought maybe there's a chance you even meant it to be there.
Yeah, like crap inside of my motors. I always look at everything when I'm putting together. Okay, yeah, it turns, good sign. Okay, this time we're doing differently. This time we got it where we can actually see what we're doing. It's on the center. Marks about where it was before. Okay, now we can put this one on because we don't have it assembled. And we just rotate it until it's in the right spot. See? Just gotta get it where I can see. Where's my other gear at? Here. So see how it's a tooth off? See how the hole's way over there?
Yes.
See if you had a light going, I wouldn't have to turn my light on.
Isn't the light on?
If you're looking at a dark hole and you can't see nothing, probably is not on. See how the hole's right there now?
I do.
So that means we got it in the right spot. Maybe. So put this back in there. So top dead center is about right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hold the hole's right in the front where it was before. See the groove?
See it? Yep.
So we're timed again. And the washer's ground on the bottom, so it's in the right spot. Okay, so now do this again.
You don't need to relube those.
Nope. See what the lube is way down there? It's not going to touch that gear, so. So we know it's not going to hit it. What, not enough lube on these already for you?
I don't know, I'm just asking.
How much lube do you want?
Was that did it come welded up like that?
This one did.
I've never seen a cam like that before.
It's fancy. Come on, put out tooth right there. Come on, wiggle down. Okay, so mark, 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 and mark are all lined up. Fingers are all full of glue. Washer's there. Gear's there. Okay.
So pretty.
Big mess everywhere. Now, if it should all rotate now, and not go boom.
Yeah, that's good.
Uh-oh, look at that. It didn't go boom. Something must be wrong. We're on the wrong stroke. Look at that. Back around. Okay, everything's lined up like it's supposed to be. Double check all your marks before we put together for real again. Appears to be good. Okay, this here pooched all the goop out of there that used to be on there. So I'm going to re-goop it. There's an oil way over here.
Why is there some kind of hole in the lifter hull? It's like a big aluminum boo-boo in there.
Maybe it's a big boo-boo.
Do you think that happened due to operation or
I don't know.
casting flash?
I don't know what you're looking at. What are you looking at?
There's a big boo-boo right there.
You mean that flaw in the casting?
Yeah, it's not an oil hole, is it?
It'd be a reject.
Oh.
Harley should have scrapped it.
And here it is.
Damn. You made it all these years. I don't know how it's possible.
Yep.
And this is a hot rod bike too.
Helps it breathe better, probably.
Yep. Guess some flaws don't hurt after all.
That's probably what the worker thought too. Do these motors generally get rebuilt as much as an overhead?
I don't know about that.
Just depends on who's riding it, huh?
45 is a very reliable motor.
Very robust.
Takes a lot of abuse. Small motors live longer than big motors. Always.
That's true. Do you think it has something to do also with the angle of the valves on these?
I think they're all the same thing in a motor.
Really? These appear to go more straight up and down than the big twin or the overhead do.
Because they're in line with the valves.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So the top end would probably last a little longer, huh?
Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
That's all in the push rods and lifters.
No.
Heads don't care. The rocker arms see the same movement up and down.
What about the valve guides?
Same movement.
Because on my bike,
If the rocker drum is all screwed up, then you got issues. But that's something different. So you have push rods. They accept angles, mismatches. It's a flathead. There's no push rod, so everything has to line up. That's why they're in line.
what is there instead of push rods on this?
Oh,
That's it?
that's it.
Huh.
Let's shit the brake.
So that's why these things probably last longer, huh?
Less parts, less stuff to fail. When these things are in a meter-made bike, they sat and idled all day long. 110 degree weather.
Any to anywhere.
You don't think she shut that thing off, do you?
No.
Hell no. They just ran and ran and ran and ran and ran. Smoked more and more and more. Just keep pouring oil in it, it's fine. Doesn't care. Keeps running on running.
The taxi of Harleys.
That's
Pretty much.
reliability. And they say flatheads run hot. Yep, they do. But they also take the heat because they're cast iron. They're not stupid aluminum that fails.
Why did they stop making these?
I don't think they passed the EPA smog test.
Damn that law. We got an EPA smog test, and now what else do we have? A bunch of shitty bikes running around.
Yep. Now we got N8s. There you go. There's missing one.
I don't think I have ever had a motorcycle smogged. Is that a requirement?
Yes.
Huh.
But not enforced in California.
Whoa. That's probably the only thing that isn't enforced in California.
Pot laws aren't either.
Or gay marriage.
No, that's a different one. Alright, so hopefully this time it'll turn over with the cover all the way down.
Yeah.
Semi-tight. Be something different.
It'd be real different go riding around without the cover, like you said earlier.
That'd be custom.
One time at a show, I did see one though that had a clear cover. I thought it was pretty dumb.
Not on this bike.
No. I even seen a bike with clear cylinder rocker boxes. I mean, that was kind of cool. So you think, well, as soon as it starts running, it's just going to get filled with oil and you can't see it anyways.
What about a bike with no rocker covers?
Don't some knuckleheads have that?
The early ones didn't have covers.
So oil just splashes everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Before that, they had no cover, exposed valves.
Like the JD.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool.
Older yet. All exposed valve train. Get back all your 8-valve hill climber stuff and speedway bikes and board track crap.
Have you ever worked on one of those?
It's all exposed valve train. Give it a squirt of oil every few hundred miles and
With a oil gun, right?
yep.
That's pretty awesome.
Alright. Clunk.
Wow. It moves.
A little drag in there, but it's even drag.
Was it dragging before?
Oh, it's got in play in the crank. Oh, it's got in play in the rods too. Look at that. You got which one's more, rod or crank?
Ooh, that's tough.
It's got clearance. Measures. Clearance. Clearance.
You gonna put the jugs on there today too?
Clearance. Clearance. Everything's got clearance. Good sign. Okay, now we need to tighten the screws up somehow. Jugs? Jeez, we're not that far along yet.
Missing a few things still.
All the stuff missing. Oil cleaned up around here, so we made a big mess. What's up with that?
What is this hole here for? To get to your motor mount?
Yep.
So it doesn't go into the engine anywhere?
It'd be nice if it didn't. Okay, so now we get to beat on with a hammer.
Yes. Special adjusting tool. I like that sound.
Alright, I'm going to do it the easy way. So, put this down on the table. Yeah. Make sure you're not on the crankshaft.
Yep. It's good.
Let gravity help me. This makes it easier to get to.
Can you do that with a
You bastard.
with a normal screwdriver?
Look how I screwed that one up.
Gives it some character.
Yeah.
So this isn't possible with a regular screwdriver?
I already tightened it with a regular screwdriver. You see it moving?
Slightly.
See how it moved? It means it got tighter.
No, what I mean is hitting a regular screwdriver on the butt.
It doesn't rotate it, just hits it.
What if you rotate on your hand at the same time as you?
Good luck. See when it quits moving, it's tight. See how it moves?
Mm-hmm.
This has a ramp in here that's tightening as you hit on it.
Oh,
So the pressure of hitting on it turns it and pushes it down at the same time.
okay.
So that relieves the tension on the thread and rotates the screw at the same time. That's how an impact knocker works.
So it's like an impact drill. They basically automated that.
No, it's different than that. Impact drill. It's like a hammer drill you're talking about. It beats on it, yes, but it doesn't time the turning for the hit.
Just beats on it and hopes that it turns.
Yeah. Kind of have to do it together. Okay, so I think I got them all screwed tight, unless I missed one. Did I miss this one? No, it appears to be tight. Okay, so our screws are tight. Still rotates.
Oh, that's good.
Good sign.
I don't know if that gasket could do it again.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Okay, now, the last thing to do, put that on it before you forget about it.
What exactly is that?
Breather.
Huh, and that's why the little spring inside the cover there, huh?
Part of it.
Oh, wow. That looks fancy.
That doesn't fit.
Mm-hmm. It's backwards. Oh, my
See how it
lord.
goes toward that?
Mm-hmm.
So they work.
Only goes in one way.
But upside down.
Maybe you could bolt it so that the thing sticks out.
That'll work.
Yeah.
You can. Just the way the exhaust pipe, though. Where's my goop? Goop. all parts you need. Guess what these are?
Some screws for the breather.
Yeah, you're smart. Like how they wimp on them walk washers.
Yeah, give you this useless.
Cad plated screws, zinc plated washer.
Yeah.
They don't look the same.
Nope.
They wimped out on those.
I thought you said lock washers are pretty much useless anyways.
Useless if you tighten the shit out of it. But you can't tighten the shit out of this.
Ah.
Exhaust beats on it too, so it gets all eaten up.
So that just is open to atmosphere right there, that little slit.
Yep.
Does it ever...
So you can have this much oil, up to this fin can be full of oil, and it still won't come out that breather.
Oh, wow. Is that pretty common?
I bet you that's what that check valve was for. That's probably what sucks the breather line.
Probably.
I bet you that's what that valve was for. See, I never figured out what that was for. I bet you that's what it's for. Just thought of that.
You're probably right.
The valve would open and close. As it opened, it would suck the oil out of the cavity and keep it dry. When you did not have that check valve in there, it just fills up full of oil in there. But I would think it still would drain out the hole.
So if it did get too full, would that just puke it all out, right out that hole?
That's what it does when it wet sumps in the morning when you start it up.
Every morning?
Yeah,
If your ball doesn't work?
Every morning there's oil on the crank.
I had my ball and seat go out on my other bike. And I couldn't figure out why I kept shooting oil out my breather while I was running. And then I pulled the oil pump off.
On these little screws, you don't beat on with a hammer because you can twist them off already.
Break the head off, huh?
I'm already tightening them enough to almost break them if they're cheap screws. Alright, so that's on there. So we got the drain plug on the other side, and we got all the stuff covered down here. Now we did not put that in there yet.
That's a drain plug too?
Nope.
Is that a... Ah, for your
Goes right there.
oil sensor?
And there's supposed to be a washer with that, which we did not get in the kit.
That's really interesting how they got two pumps on here. Did they just not figure out at that time that they could run one pump? Or is it a special accommodation for this design?
Originally they didn't have a return pump. They only had a feed pump. Just got added in 37. Before that you didn't.
Oh, it was total loss before that, huh?
Yep. Okay, so I gotta go find me a little gasket for that. For some reason they didn't give us a gasket for that.
So adding that pump on the bottom would have been the easiest solution.
Have you figured you're going the wrong direction yet?